We might not realize that, but our thoughts and behavior can be easily manipulated even by the weather. It's possible to change your behavior and thoughts just by changing the temperature of the room. Studies have shown that when people are asked to judge criminal behavior, opinions differ. The people in the hot room described the criminal as hot-tempered and spontaneous, while the people who were in the cold room believed that the exact same criminal is cold-blooded and calculative. Imagine if you are the criminal standing in front of the judge. Your future might depend on the temperature of the room. But that's not the only way to manipulate us. Companies and politicians were trying to discover new ways to manipulate people since the beginning of our existence. And we have discussed some of them here on this channel. But here in this video, let's take a look at some of the more direct methods of manipulation. If you have ever been in hypermarkets such as Walmart, you probably realize that it doesn't have windows, and that's not by accident, because they don't want you to even have a clue of what period of the day it is, so that you spend more time in the store. When you're outside, you notice that it's already late, time to go home. But inside the mall, you don't even think about that. Yes, of course, you can pull out your phone and check the time. But what if your phone runs out of battery? Try looking around to find a clock. You won't. They even purposely set the time incorrectly on the gadgets that are on display, in case if you check them out. Everything is designed in such a way that you forget about time. But they didn't stop there. They have analyzed your height and carefully placed the most expensive items at your eye level, so that you come across them first. If you take a look at the lower levels, prices are a bit cheaper, because there they place the most affordable items, because most people won't even look at them, except for the kids, because that's their eye level. That's why toys and sweets that are targeted towards kids are usually placed right there at the bottom. Even the price tags are carefully chosen to play around with your mind. When I was a kid, I was wondering why on earth do all the prices end with 99? I mean, why would you make it $9.99 if you could make it 10? That single cent won't make any difference. But it turns out that they carefully studied our brains and realized that we don't pay much attention to the last digits as much as we do to the first digits. That's why you might consider buying the new iPhone, because it's just under $1,000. As simple as it might appear, it works. That's why it's used everywhere. Another simple and yet very effective method is an empty trolley. Have you ever questioned why trolleys are so big that most people can't even fill half of them? Ideally, it would be great if there were different sizes, but unfortunately, hypermarkets know that when you look at an empty trolley, it arouses your feeling of emptiness and pushes you to buy even more, especially when you look around and realize that everyone has a full trolley while yours only has milk and bread. Speaking of milk and bread, which are the essential products that everyone buys, they are carefully placed at every corner of the store. Milk is in one corner, eggs are on another, while bread is on the completely opposite side. And that's not by accident. They want you to walk around the store and buy all the fantastic things they have. And the worst part of it is that they frequently change the location of the eggs, for example. They know that you are coming for them, so why not take a short tour around the store to find them? You might like some of the other things they have, especially when they're studying your behavior. You probably think that the video cameras in the stores exist to prevent theft. That's true, but they are also used to analyze customer behavior. They want to know how much time you spend with each product to understand your behavior and come up with a more effective strategy. That's why with Amazon Go, it will be way easier to understand your behavior and predict it. I couldn't let this video end without this. Black Fridays usually end with fights because prices are low while goods are limited. It's just another marketing strategy. They happen throughout the year. When the new collection arrives, you gotta get rid of the old ones. And what could be a better way than letting people fight for whatever is left? all of these tricks individually might appear too ineffective and straightforward, but when all of them are used at the same time, they can have a significant influence on our behavior. So be careful when you go shopping next time. And that's it for today. Make sure you hit that like button if you have enjoyed this video and subscribe for more similar videos. Thank you for watching, and until next time.